If you want to see how I create this eyeshadow look, stay tuned, my beautiful people. So just I already prepped my skin, so let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is gonna be a primer. So I'm gonna use the Milk Primer. I am oily skin, so this helps keep my makeup intact. So let's go ahead and apply it. And technically you really want to just apply whatever you feel like you're gonna need the most coverage, which is always gonna be like the beginning of the face. So bam bam bam. All right, and then once it's all set, I'm gonna put that to the side. I'm gonna use today my foundation, which is gonna be the MAC foundation. This is NC40. That is the shade I am in currently. That's usually like my summer shade. I know fall's coming, so I'm gonna start getting back to a little bit lighter. So, but here we go. So what you wanna do is go ahead and do it with the brush. Now you could obviously use anything you want. You can use a beauty blender, you can use whatever you want. I personally like a brush to start off with, and then I just tap it with my sponge. I just feel like for me it gives me a better coverage. And I like to do the eyes as well and make sure everything nice and even. Get over there into the forehead as well. And don't forget, get a little bit by the neck area, because you do not want to have that too shaded tone, just in case. Technically your foundation should be matched up, but you know how I go. Alright. So now that I have that situated, I'm gonna go ahead and go with my sponge. I'm gonna grab my beauty blender, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pat all around. This gives me just another smooth canvas, so you can't even tell there's any brushing in between, which is really good. And I know most people might be like, well, you should have just done the sponge throughout, but I feel like so much faster if I do it this way. Boom, boom, boom. Now, do you guys like to do your foundation first, like I do, or do you guys like to do your eyeshadow and brows first? You know, everybody's different. There is no right way. It is all up to you, whatever you want to do. So the next thing I want to do, and I like to do, is going to be grab my setting spray. This is going to be the All Nighter from Urban Decay. I like to just spray it, just because for me, I like it that it helps my makeup just set, which is nice. And then I could go over it if I want to, just get more of a flawless base. Boom, 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 boom. You don't have to, but this one I like to do. But it's good to do it, especially in the winter time. All right. So next step I like to do is gonna be concealer time. So what is your favorite concealer? For me, it's gonna be the Shape Tape concealer. Now this is in the shade, let's see, it's been a while, medium sand, 34S medium sand. Now I like more of a brain effect. It all depends on you, how you like to do it. So, and I know a lot of people do like the little lines and up here. There is no wrong way, the way you want to do concealer. If you want to just do it this way, or you want to do the little in the corners and a little bit outside, you are free to do so. Now I also have the Anastasia. This is in the shade Vanilla. This is the powder I'm going to use to just set my under eye. So what I like to do is look up, go in the inner corner, and take it all the way out. Now I have seen people do also the white concealer. I have not tried it yet, but I do want to see just how it's gonna look. And I also want to do the top. And now if you don't wear shadow, definitely also do the top, so you could conceal and make it look even more flawless. Boom. All right, next one. All right, and then pat, pat, pat. All right, there is some new lashes I want to try today. I believe it's called by Ayani Lashes. Oh my goodness, they are so cute, and they look very, very nice, and they're affordable. Like, I'm excited to wear those. That's why today I was like, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and put those on today. All right, so after I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this with powder, and then just set it. Press, 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 boom, boom, boom. All right, and this just helps set my under eye. Now I'm gonna leave it just for a couple seconds so it can set. And I like to also carry the residue to my brows, just because, like I said, I am oily, and this maintains my brows as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows because that's gonna take a bit. Trust me, your girl's been thinking about micro bleeding her brows because to do your brows every day, every morning, oh my god, it's just a pain. So let me go ahead and let your girl do her brows under off the camera, but I will be using the Benefit pomade, which I'm going to be using this in the brush. So give me a couple seconds. All right, people, I'm back. Now look at the brows. The brows make such a difference. People don't understand. It's one thing if I could take from this when it comes to makeup or just my face in general, is brows got to be done no matter what. If I do anything, brows definitely have to be done. Now I'm going to go with my concealer, and honestly, I'm just going to tap it right here. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. I know some people like to do like the top and the bottom. I just like to do the bottom. So, and believe me, this makes such a difference, especially when you wear shadow or no shadow. It just makes them look so nice and clean. Just follow the natural arch of your brow, and then that's it. And then pull it down. Now I know that some people like to do like the very, very bright concealers. I just like to use a concealer that I normally use, and that's it. Look how nice. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, makes such a difference. Look at this one and look at this one. This looks so much neater. It looks nice. Boom. Now I see why we outlined in school back in the day. There was a purpose. There was a purpose and a reason. You see that? All right, so we're gonna go with the next one, and then same thing. We're gonna outline. Then go around, and then you could put the concealer in, or on, should I say, on your lid when you do shadow if you want to. It's up to you. I like to usually use an eyeshadow primer, but concealer would do good as well. But remember, it depends what kind of concealer too, because if you're using just a water-based concealer, sometimes they don't do the trick. Like the Shape Tape is pretty thick, so it will give you a good coverage. But remember, a little bit goes a long way because you don't want it to be clumpy either. Let's see. I want to make sure they're nice and even. And remember, our brows are sisters, not twins. Keep that in mind, because I know sometimes we like to perfect them as much as we can. And my brows are just, it is what it is. I try my best to just give them as good as I can, but it is what it is. All right, so now that we did that, I'm gonna go ahead and dust the bottom of my eye. There's a little bit that I have the dust. Remember, I had the powder, so I'm gonna put some on my brows too. Not my brows, on my eyes. Just blend it out. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so that helps with no creasing for the powder. So go ahead and put my concealer back. Won't need that for a little bit. And my powder, I am good for right now. So next step. Now my favorite part when I do makeup for me is gonna be shadow. I love doing eyeshadow. I don't know what it is, but just eyeshadow is my thing. Even from back in the day, like I love doing my shadow. It's just, I don't know, I just love it. Now I'm using the NYX glitter. This is one of my favorite shadows, like shadow primers. It's just, I don't know, just my jam. I just love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it like so. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know what shadow I'm gonna do today yet, but you know what? We're just gonna go with the flow. We're gonna see what we come up with now. Let's see what we do today. All right, so I am gonna use a Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow palette. I haven't used this in a while, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna use this today. See, I'm using the part 2 one. So I'm gonna do a little bit of the yellow that is in here. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that like so. Usually I do a white base when I want it to really pop, but today I don't want it to pop as much. It's gonna be nice and neutral because I'm trying to be if I want to do like a fall look or do more like a still a spring summer kind of look kind of thing. So we will see what we come up with. But I like to use my fingers when I do the base, and I know I have a lot of people who tell me, well, I have good brushes, I don't need to use my fingers, and that's fine. You know, to be honest, you could use whatever you like. I just feel like for me, when it comes to my base, it just gives me such a better coverage than any brush I use out there. So, and I have used so many, from the most prestige brands to the most affordable brands. So, you know, it's all up to you, whatever you want to use. But I will say, like, drugstore brands have stepped up their game when it comes to shadows, when it comes to foundations. Like, it is unbelievable the quality they do now. I'm like, whoa, like you guys are lucky because now it is so much better than it did before. Now, people always tell me, people that normally don't do makeup as much, they're like, I don't know what else people want with makeup. What else can you invent? What else can you do? And believe me, I have so many ideas that I feel like we're still missing when it comes to makeup. And if God willingly, I'm able to create my own line, that's my goal in the future. Like, I want to show you guys my ideas of what I want to create, because I feel like there's still more to explore, still more to do, and I feel like we need some that people could create a little bit more. People could, of any age, from teens to, you could be 100 years old. We gotta be able to do makeup for everyone. That's the main goal. All right, let's see. I think that's pretty good. What do y'all think? There's like bright. It's like bright, but not bright at the same time. So let's see. I just like to add more. You know me, I like to pack it. Alright, so this one will be more the inner corner. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is grab a little bit of the shimmer one that it has, and I'm going to put it just on top. Just kind of blah, blah, blah. Just bring it in there so it has a little bit of shimmer, not too much, just a little. But don't get me wrong, your girl loves glitter, so I don't have no shame in my game when it comes to glitter. Some people don't like glitter, but I feel like glitter just does something. Especially if you don't know how to do makeup like that, you could always fake the funk when it comes to glitter. You could just make it work, believe me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wipe my fingers before I have yellow all over my fingers. Alright, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my brush, and I'm going to go into I'm In It. It's called I'm In It. This is one of my favorite shades in the palette, and I'm going to put it on my brow bone. It is like a iridescent white, purple. I don't know what it is, but I love this shadow. I love it. You can't go wrong. And apply like so. Now, let me know in the comments below. Do you guys like to do more of a neutral look? Do you guys like to do more of a pop look? You'd like to do a mixture of both? What is your flavor? Let me know what you like. I like anything, to be honest. I'm not picky when it comes to colors. I like anything, and I feel like any color looks nice on anyone. I feel like a lot of people are so scared to go into colors. I feel like a lot of people feel like colors are not for them, but with the right, like mix, you can make it work. So believe me. Alright. Especially, I remember a lot of people say blue does not look nice on anyone. I remember I had one person say that, and I'm like, no. Incorrect. Believe me, you can make a blue pop really, really nice. Depending on what blue you like on your eyes, you can make it pop. Alright, so now I'm going to go with my fluffy. I like this like a blending. This is my Eco Tools brush. So I'm going to go with, let me see what it's called. Homeboy. It's called Homeboy. That's so funny. Homeboy. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this in my crease. And what I like about Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, this one doesn't really have too much fallout, which is nice. And the pigmentation is gorgeous. It's like the formula that it comes in her palettes is unbelievable. She nailed it, to be honest. And when it comes to Morphe, I feel like she nailed it the best. Because a lot of other collabs, they did their own thing, don't get me wrong, with Morphe, but it was so chalky other brands. And this one is not. It's like nice and creamy, and it's definitely blendable, which is really nice. And I feel one thing I definitely like as well is that it goes with a lot of different skin tones. That is very important to me. You want to make sure you make it exclusive to any and every skin tone out there. So you gotta make it work. And my motto is like, if you're gonna do makeup, you gotta do makeup for everyone. If you're a hairstylist, you gotta be able to do any kind of hair texture as well. You just gotta be able to do it. So, and the same thing with foundations. Like, I love when companies come up with like every shade as possible, just because I feel like for the consumer, to be honest, it's unfair in my opinion for you to buy 2 bottles to make your own. If we're gonna mix 2 bottles, in that case, in my opinion, you shouldn't have to spend both. It should be like buy one get one free kind of thing. So that's just my opinion. So alright, and then like blend. But remember, key thing when it comes to shadow is blending. Just blend, blend, blend. That is the key. Like, boom. Look at that. I like it. It's funny because some people I see when they do the tutorials, they could just look at a mirror and just do their eyes. I can't do that. I need close up and personal. That's just me. I like to make sure I look every nick and cranny. Make sure it's nice and blended. That is just me. Alright, so this will be like our crease little blender here. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more on this one. Gotta have the right definition to match. I always like to look at both just to make sure they match. But alright. I don't know what look we're going for, but I'm just going for it. Well, hey, what's the worst that can happen? It's makeup. You know what I mean? You gotta be able to have fun and play with it. Alright, so got that. So, trying to think what other color to get to make on the crease. I'm thinking, I'm trying to be between the purple and the red. Let me see how red looks first. If I don't like the red, and this one's in the shade, oh god, what is it called? Living My Best. Living My Best. Alright, living my best. We'll see how we're gonna be living there. Let's see. Okay. Not too bad, to be honest. Alright. Let's see. Like living my best life. Alright. Not bad. I'll be the first, like, I haven't used this shade at all. This is my first time using this shade. So I was like, you know what? Let me do something different. And I would like to go in the inner corner. First, I like to pat and start like in the base, if you know it's right there. And then just like blend it out. Just blend it out. That's it. And then buff it back in, buff it back out, buff it back in. Just get that blending effect. Alright, boom. And if you feel like you're getting nervous or scared, grab the fluffy brush back on there and then just blend it. So boom. And this will help blend it really, really nicely. Okay, I like it. Not bad, to be honest. Not bad. Okay. Alright, let me go ahead and do the other eye. I did like it. So let's go ahead with the next eye. Now, some people also, I noticed they do one eye completely and then do the other eye. To me, I ain't gonna lie, I like to do one boom, boom. Just attack them both at the same time if I can. Alright. And same thing on this one. We're gonna go in the corner. Boom, boom, boom. And then I got my brush right here from Real Techniques. It's like a little cow theme looking thing. Now this brush I bought a long time ago. It's been maybe 5-6 years. I'm trying to think how long it's been. But these are my favorite brushes. It's like when you find a brush that you like, I like to stick to it till I find another one that I really, really like. But this is like an OG brush. It just hasn't done me wrong. So I'm like, hey, it hasn't done me wrong. So let's go ahead and blend that out as well. Like I said, do the same thing. Just make sure it's nice and blended. Because blending is key. You do not want to see the mark of the shadow where it begins and ends. You want to make sure it is nice and blended. Alright, let's see this one. Make sure it's nice and blended. I like to make sure both shades are about the same. Alright, let me see. I feel like this one is a little bit more. See, this is one thing you also want to look at your makeup, because if you notice this one, there's a little bit more on here compared to this one. So there's going to need a little bit more. But easy fix. Boom. Alright. Just going to go at it with the brush. And I didn't even dip it in. I'm just going in with the residue that I had from the previous one. So, bam. Alright. Alright. And some people are gonna be like, what in the world kind of shadow is that? But trust me, it all comes together at the end. Sorry, it's all in your face. Sorry. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this out. I still gotta get used to doing shadows in the camera, I'll be honest, because I feel like I want to give you guys a better like up in my face, but I just need to figure out what's gonna work for me, because sometimes I feel like the mirror is in you guys' way and I'm like, oh my bad. Alright, so bam, there we go. Alright, that was pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the bottom with the bottom of this one, and I'm going to go in with the same red that I did. I'm going to go in the bottom, but you'll see what I'm going to do with this one. Go all the way around. Now, my suggestion, if you are doing your shadow like with colors, and if you've never done colors, or you're not like really comfortable doing it with colors, make sure you do your shadow first. So that way, if you mess up, you don't have to worry about erasing the concealer or anything else, because it'll be so much easier doing it that way. So, and then the same thing over here. See how a little bit picks up a lot? Like, well, Jacqueline Hill girl, like, You have to be proud of me. I try to slow down in buying eyeshadows. I have not bought an eyeshadow for a while. I'm trying to think it's the last time I bought one. I was like, no, let me go ahead and use the ones I got. I love shadow palettes. It's just like, that is my problem. I love the shadows. Alright, got that. Or you can say you like to support like your YouTube creator or your influencer that you like. That's why I like to buy them, because I'm like, sometimes it's more of the support for me than it is the palette, because I feel like, they put their heart and effort into making a palette. So alright, so now I'm going to use an angle brush, and I'm going to go right on here underneath, really close to the lash line. So in this one, I'm using just the basic color black. And just go in there, and same thing, go all the way around. And right, see, bam. Now I'm gonna use the other one, same thing. So don't ever be scared to pick up a brush and just play with it. Remember, if you mess up, it's okay. You can always play with it and fix it, or just take it off and restart again. So believe me, it takes practice, practice, practice. People always ask me, like, how did you get so good in doing shadows? How did you figure out what colors to mix? And honestly, there is no rule in makeup. To be honest, do whatever you like, and it's all about practice. And one tip and trick I feel like people should use is also, like, if you look at clothing, like, look at the colors, the patterns they are mixed with. And that could give you a good idea, like, what colors you could mix. And obviously you could add more, but just, be crazy with it. Go for it. Alright, so I got that. So now I'm going to grab my eyeliner, and I'm going to do the black one in the waterline. Now this is my Lancome one. This one's in the shade Black Ebony. Black Ebony. So this is going to go in the waterline. Boom. This just gives it a nice effect. It's so funny because when I was doing my makeup, my daughter would always look at me and she would just focus on it, and then she would look at my videos and she would just see me do makeup. And now that girl is a pro when it comes to makeup. When she goes to school, people give her so many compliments, like, oh my god, like, I love your makeup. And it's like I said, it takes patience, and it takes time, and it takes a lot of practice. And anything you do in life, practice makes better, believe me. And don't ever feel like you have to compete with anybody else. Please don't. You got this. It's all about just practice, practice, practice. So let me go ahead and go over with my, where's my little shadow brush? Right here. Okay, I'm just gonna go over it a little bit with this one on this side. I like to see that shimmer shine through. Boom. Okay, now I'm gonna do the inner corner of my eye. So to do the inner corner, what I like to do is grab a little bit of setting spray. And I have always done the middle of my eye. It's something about me, like, even before it became something before, like, just something about me, I loved it. And I remember I would get made fun of when I was doing it back in the day. People were like, that looks ridiculous, that looks ugly. And now a lot of people are doing it. So I guess it ain't that ugly for all those people who told me. Believe me, I like to be a leader, not a follower. I like to make sure I do my own thing, believe me. So that's one thing you'll definitely learn about me. Like, no matter how many brands want me to be a certain way or act a certain way, like, to me, it's like, you have to be you. You have to be authentically you. You cannot be like anybody else. Like, I know right now the main person who is in, especially like in TikTok, is Michaela. Like, I'm not gonna copy her style. That is her style. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna turn myself into someone that I'm not. You know, and that's what I like about her. Like, she's real. She's her. And I know a lot of people don't like the way she speaks, you know, but you gotta give it to the girl. The girl, she is her. So there is nothing wrong with that. So, all right. Gotta take that. Look at that. Look of a difference that the can't even talk that does make. I'm like, I can't even talk today. Oh my god, see? And I'm gonna just film this without cutting stuff out because I'm like, you know what? You're gonna see just me. All right, boom. So what did I like to just pack that on. You don't have to, but I love just the way it looks. The way it looks. Okay, okay. I'm gonna get too crazy. Okay, so let's put the shadow in a pause. I'm gonna go ahead and dust just a little bit more. Make sure nothing sticks to my face. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is going to do my eyeliner. Now, I'm going to use the Anastasia liner, the black one. Boom. So this one, I'm going to go ahead and just make a nice little line. Now, it's up to you if you want to do liner or not. Like, liners is something I have done since I was a teenager. I love eyeliners. Like, and I like liquid eyeliners. I remember I would do pencil back in the day, but the pencils will always run and they won't look as clean, as chic as I wanted them to. And then when I remember back in the day, I tried the Maybelline. Is like it has a black top and it's a silver bottle. I don't know if you guys remember that one at all. I'm trying to see if I could find any more of it. Oh, sorry, for some reason I can't speak today. But that one was my favorite because when you apply it like at nighttime, you could just scratch it off. It was funny, like you could just scratch it off. No need for anything else. Alright, so next thing I'm going like this. Now it's up to you what kind of liner you want to do. If you want to do just a basic, if you want to do very thin, it's completely up to you. To me, I'm just going to do this kind of style liner today. Just quick, easy, simple, just glide it on and keep it moving. So boom, boom, boom. Alright, and then I'm going to touch it with a little bit more on that corner. So I want it to be nice and sharp. Now, if you wanted to do like a really nice and neat kind of look, you know, whatever, especially if you're doing it for like, let's say a wedding, a quinceañera, or just an everyday, you know, it doesn't matter. You can use tape to do it. To me, I'm just like, no tape. But you're going to go do it like this. Like, it is what it is. But, sorry, almost dropped it. Okay. So here go with the next one. Now, same thing with the liner. I'll be honest, sometimes it's so hard to make it the same. But like I said, it's all about practice. And then, you know, you get what you get, and it's okay. It is okay. Especially because I'm going to do lashes. So lashes are going to you're not even going to focus on the liner, to be honest, when I'm done with the lashes. The lashes are going to be the main event when it comes to this. Alright. So do that. Alright, and then the same thing, I like to just look to see where I started with the liner to kind of give you an idea not to go too high or too low. When it comes to liners, it could be tricky. I like to bring it up and then bring it down. Boom. And then just fill in the blanks. That's all you do. And my eyes are watery, so I do like this one from Anastasia. I also like the one from what is it? Rihanna. Rihanna has a really good one. I love hers. Who else has a good one? Benefit, the new one they had came out with. Oh my god, that one's unbelievable too. That one really glides, especially for those who want like the really thin liner. That is a perfect liner. Alright, let's see. I'm almost done with this liner. If you see, I'm dipping back in. Normally, you don't have to dip back in like how I do, but it's because I'm running out. Alright, so now I just want to make sure it looks good. Liner makes a big difference. For me, it opens up my eyes because usually my eyes look very small when I don't have liner, and they could just look now. I mean, okay, let's see how it looks. Looks good. Looks good. Alright. So let that air dry a little bit. Meanwhile, I let that air dry a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do my contour real quick. And I did a video about this. I'm using the Too Faced. This is the Cocoa Contour. And I'm going to use the deepest shade that's on here. But I did a video about this, about when people do contour, please, 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 that part that you see in between, let's make sure we get in those nick and crannies, because some people do not. And I'm like, you guys need to fill in that space. And I like to use a brush. You could use whatever you like. You could use cream. You can use whatever. But I like to use this one or the Benefit one. Like, you just got to find the right one. To me, I just don't like the ones that make me look brown. I mean, not brown. Oh, Lord. The ones that make me look orange. If it makes me look orange, I don't want it. I do not like those kind of browns. So some people like the orange look. I do not. And I feel like just for me, just because of my complexion, like, no. I cannot have any that look orangey looking. It just doesn't go right with my skin tone. Like, at least not as a contour. Blush, yay. But as far as this, no. Okay. So, you want to just bring it up. Let's see. Now to look, I like that it looks like a nice sun-kissed glow. Now, I do this. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is get my angle brush from Real Techniques. And then this one gives it more definition. Going to the same one. And go like this. And then I stop where my eye is at. That's where I like to stop. You see how you can see that definition? And I like that. And I like to bring it all the way up. And I know some people like to do a little bit higher. It is all up to you. Like I said, whatever look you're trying to achieve. I just like this one because it gives me more of a lift when it comes to my face. And since my face is a little chubby, it gives it more like a sleek look. So I like that. Right, next one. And like I said, one more, dip it in there. And you want the darkest part more over here and drag it down. And I love doing this because your face, it just gives it color. Like, I love the way it looks. Like, I need color in my face because at first it looks like I don't have no color at all. But with this, I'm bringing color back into my face. Alright, so I'm done with that. I'm going to put that to the side. The next thing I like to do is put blush. Blush is very important for me. It's like that brings you to life, that brings you color. So this one, it is a Too Faced. This is the one that is called Plumograms. And it has that two-tone like this. Boom. So I like to dip just on the right side one. More like this. Boom, boom, boom. It just gives me a nice little glow. And I like to do it on top too. So like right here, drag it up a little bit. Like that. I know that some people like to go all the way down. I do not. Like I said, it's all up to you. But that going all the way down for me, I feel like it drags my face down. So for me, it's like, no. Trying to lift, not drag it down. Especially for my face feature. And you gotta do what works for you. Alright, and bring it back up like this. See how color? Girls, man, you guys, come on. Look at it. Color. You want color in your face. Color. Now, you don't want to overshadow, obviously, your shadow. Like over, the stop show is going to be my eyes today. So you want to make sure, the focus is on the eyes, but you still want to bring color to your face, like a nice natural color. So boom. And I like this one because even though I'm a little bit more deeper complexion, this one works for my skin tone. I love that. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, put that one back in there. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go in with a highlighter. So I'm going to use the Anastasia. This one is the Glow Sugar. So I'm going to go in the shade. It is called Butterscotch. So butterscotch right in the bottom right there. All right, so this one, what I like to do first is spray my face with setting spray. But remember, the Anastasia one is very pigmented, so you want to be very careful. All right. And I'm going to dip it with this brush. And then just go boom, boom, boom. Look at that. That one just instantly just boom. And I like to drag it up like I said. And I love the Anastasia ones. Obviously, they are a classic. They are known for their highlighters and their bronzers because they look so natural. Like, the way it looks and it melts into your skin is unbelievable. I love it. Now another one that's really good and is very, very affordable, is also my favorite, is gonna be from Wet n Wild. Precious Petals. I'm trying to think of the name. Precious Petals. That one is amazing. Anytime I wear the Precious Petals, people tell me, "Are you wearing Anastasia?" And it's that one, which is really nice. So if you want to do that's affordable, that will be that for this one. I love it. Boom. And then I like to do my nose just a little bit, not a lot. I still gotta master my nose doing the contouring. Trust me, it's just like some things I'm still working on. Trust me, I'm not good at everything, but I'm trying. All right. Like I said, it's all about, doing your thing and slowly but slowly practice. That makes key in looking things better. So, all right. So I'm gonna put this back over here. I'm done with those, and let's see what I need next. I wanted to do a little bit with my nose, so let me go ahead and go with a little brush here. And this one, I'm gonna put it right here. And this is a little bit of the residue I had from the previous one. Now, one thing I do not like, and this is me, I like to contour my nose, but I just do not like when you can see the lines. The lines of the bronzer, like, no, I feel like I want it to be nice and blended, but I don't want to see lines. And I noticed some people have lines, and I want to blend that so bad. And I don't know, maybe that's the look they're going for, but for me, it drives me bananas. It just drives, like, please blend that out. Like, blend it. Like I said, I just do very little. I don't do that much. But like I said, I'm still working on my technique when it comes to that. Okay, so did that. And I will do my lips in a second, but now I want to finish doing my eyes, because my eyes are the main thing I love to do. So, okay, one thing we forgot to do, obviously mascara. There's going to be the Bangor from Benefit. It's one of my favorites too. And this I like because it works really good with lashes. That's one thing I like, because not every mascara works the same when it comes to lashes, believe me. So, and then I want to go and just, just coat them a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. And then do the top, just in case I had shadow, which I probably did have eyeshadow on my eye. And, just do a little bit. And don't forget the bottom too. That is very important. Alright. This mascara makes such a difference. Even with shadow or no shadow, but mascara makes such a difference. Alright, dip it back in, and I'm going to go on the top. And then I'll go back up. Let me know what mascara you guys like. Like I said, my eyes are sensitive, so for me, not every mascara I could wear. I have to wear certain ones. And I like the ones that give me like more a dramatic look. That's just me. If it's natural, there's nothing wrong with that, but I like a dramatic look. Like, I want to see the mascara. I want to make sure it lengthens, it thickens, does all that good stuff, and especially gives every nick and cranny of my lashes. The one thing I like about this brush, it gives every little nick and cranny. Now, I did see that people were bragging about the one size, and that's one mascara that is on my list to try. I want to try to see if it works really good. And I know a lot of people like the Too Faced better than Sex Mascara. For me, I'll be honest, that one was okay. Like on my sister, it looks amazing. Her lashes look gorgeous. For me, it just like it didn't do anything. I was like, what? But that goes to show you, not every mascara is gonna work for everyone. So it's all up to the person of their looks and how they like and the mascara. Alright. So that goes for that. Now let me go ahead. Meanwhile, that is drying a little bit. These are the lashes I want to apply. Look at this. Look at this. So these are the Ayani. It's called the 3D Fox Mink Lashes. These I got at Dollar Tree for $1.25. Now, if I could find some lashes on a budget that look amazing, your girl's getting it. Your girl is on it, because I no longer work at Ulta and I don't get that discount anymore. So I'm like, I missed the discount. I'll be honest, I missed the discount. And my people, don't get me wrong. But these lashes right here, I'm like, girl, these, I could just tell. Now, I like crazy. I like dramatic. So like I said, it all depends on the person. But I definitely like lashes that are like long. So all right, so I'm gonna go in with Buxom. Buxom has some of the best lip liners, and I'm like to my last. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to squeeze anything of this out. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. But I love their plumping like lip liners. Like they are so creamy. Like I love them. No, I don't think I'll be able to. I don't think I'll be able to, you guys. I think I'm done finally. Nope, nothing's coming out. But I love these. This one is the Hush Hush Hannah. Unfortunately, gotta go to the garbage now. I try my best to squeeze it out, but we're gonna work without a lip liner today. We'll just do this one, and this one is Fly Girl from Buxom as well. It's just a nice neutral. Let's see. I just like to line my lips. I feel like it just gives it a nice little color to your lips. Worst comes to worst, try to line it with the lipstick. And I love the way it feels. It is so comfortable on the lips. Like Buxom, when it comes to lipsticks, look at this. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. I just could do this all day. Like I love the way it looks. Okay. Let me stop. I gotta get to the lash line. Gotta get to the lash line, you guys. Gotta get to the lashes. All right, but Buxom, Fly Girl, amazing. I highly recommend this one. It is amazing. All right. So my next one I'm gonna do is lashes, like we said. So let me just clean up my mess. I like to do my makeup and clean up my mess as I go. It's the same thing when I do like any cooking or anything else. Like I gotta clean me while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. It drives me bananas if I don't clean after what I'm doing. I just feel like, why not? You're already there. It saves you time. You know, might as well do it. So all right, so let me not waste so much of your time since I'm here cleaning up and doing all this. But let me go ahead and put this back. Sorry, you guys, it bothers me. If I don't put stuff back where it goes, it drives me bananas. It just, I can't, it does something to me. Okay, so let me just put this clear thing too back on the Jaclyn Hill palette. Put that back where it goes. All right, so like I said, lashes, my people, lashes. So let me scoot this to the side. Let me go ahead and open this with my tweezers, just in case. Oh, this one didn't have stickers, or not stickers, tape on it. Because usually some of them have tape on it. I'm like, I get nervous. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look. I could take them out. Okay, see, this is what I got the tweezers for. All right, let's see. And the main thing when you remove lashes, you want to be very careful, because sometimes when you remove them, you could end up peeling and messing them up. So what I like to do is bend if it's like something like this where it's plastic, bend it and then just pull it out like this. Boom. Same thing with this one. Bend it, pull it out. And I usually measure, I usually don't measure my lashes, but there was only one time where I actually had to cut them. I was like, oh shit, my eyes, they look small when I don't wear shadow, but when I don't wear shadow, they look small. Okay, so I got my little case. I love these little cases from Caboodle. This, you put your lashes in here. I love it, so cute. But right now I have my glitter, not my glitter, my glue. Don't mind me, you guys. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is get my glue, and this is the dual glue in clear, and I'm just gonna put the glue on the lashes. Let's see. I'm excited to see how the lashes are gonna look. Believe me, your girl is excited. So next one. Alright, and you want to apply a nice decent amount of glue. Like, don't over goop it in there, but put a nice amount of glue. And the next thing I like to do is put some also on my liner. Just put a little bit to make sure it stays like the beginning and the end, or you can do the full thing, it doesn't matter. So same thing, put it a little bit right there. Just kind of, I feel like it just secures it a little bit more so it doesn't go anywhere. Boom. See how it looks right now? Alright, I'm gonna take a brief pause, and I will come back and I will apply my lash, let it dry a little bit. So give me a second. Alright, my people, I think it might be dry a little bit. Now you always want to let the glue dry a little bit and get a little tacky. And obviously you always want to stretch your band a little bit. But I like to use tweezers to hold it. I know some people use their fingers. I give y'all props because I know how y'all do that. And I tried, trust me, I tried, but it just ain't gonna work with my fingers. So I like to do the tweezers. Alright, and you want to get close to the base as you can. Put it in the middle, and then go ahead and start dabbing it in there. Let's see how it looks. And then once you apply it, you want to just dab, 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 dab. Ooh, I can tell these are looking good. Okay. And I always like to just press it in. Make sure it is in there. And you want to lift it as well. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. Oh my god, I think I found something that I really like. Ooh. Okay, I'm sounding crazy. Alright, let's put the other one on. Okay, these are gonna be, man, these are gonna be like my to-go lashes now. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, let me look at both at the same time. Alright, same thing. You want to get it as close to the lash line. And then you're gonna go ahead and apply it and press it in. Alright, let's see. And same thing with the front. You want to make sure it is nice and locked. Press it, press it. Alright, put that down. For some reason, this eye always gets like stuck with the lashes. Alright. Oh my god, you guys, these are amazing. Look at these lashes. For $1.25, and they don't feel plasticky. You know how like some look, they feel so fake. Like obviously they're fake, but they feel so fake. Tony 3D Fox make lashes. Wispy, they are 100% handmade. They come in this pink packaging. Dollar Tree, oh my god, they're gonna sell out of the. Okay, I'm gonna go to Dollar Tree again today, and I just bought one because I was like, you know, we'll see if I like them or not. The other ones I love too, but this one I feel like it gives me the dramatic of the lash that I like. Oh shoot, oh my goodness, oh my god, I like these. Okay, Ayani, this is it. This is like my kind of lashes. This I like. Oh my goodness, I like these. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for the glue to dry a little bit more, and then I'm gonna put some mascara and basically connect my faux lashes with my real lashes. Oh my god, you guys, these lashes are it. These lashes are, I'll give this 10 out of 10 right now. They are amazing. The way they look on my eyes, the way it brings my shadow to life as well. Look at this, you guys. You guys can't tell me this don't look good. Alright, you guys, so the last step for me, to be honest, I already did a lot of setting spray, so I'm not gonna attach it more with setting spray, but I'm just gonna pretty much, that's it when it comes to my shadow look. That's it. Like obviously I did my face, the foundation. If you guys have any questions about makeup, please don't hesitate to comment below. Don't be afraid to ask me. Let me know what you guys want to see. You know, I'm here to help in anything you guys want me to help you guys in. I want to make sure every girl feels beautiful with or without makeup. If you have questions about skincare, please ask me. I got you. All right, don't forget, you guys are beautiful no matter what. Bye bye, have a good day.